At Oakwood University, you enter to learn and depart to serve. But in the middle, you grow. A traditional degree is earned in 4 years. So, what are you doing for the next 30,492 hours of your life? I'm Sydney Reynolds, enrollment specialist at Oakwood University. Call me at 256-726-7034 and let me help you grow your future. Believe, belong, be here.
One touch from you.
Hey, this is Naomi Parchment. Your message of praise is Psalms 121, verses 1 and 2 from the New Living Translation of the Bible. And it reads, "Look up to the mountains. Does my help come from there? My help comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth." Get your message of praise at wjou.org. I'm Naomi Parchment, and I am Oakwood University Radio.
90.1 FM, WJOU. It's 8:33 in the Tennessee Valley. And I want you to join us on Facebook and on YouTube as we have our two beautiful queens here who are going to be talking about this research that Oakwood University is doing. We have Dr. Marie-Claire Boutrin, and she is the associate professor in biology in the biology department here at Oakwood University. And she is the principal investigator on this research project. Also, Dr. Peterson in my favorite color today. In my favorite color. Y'all got to come on to see her in this beautiful yellow. She's the adjunct professor in nutrition and dietetics, registered dietitian, and she is working on this project as well. So as you know, I've been talking about this all morning. Oakwood University is conducting a Black longevity study and exploring factors contributing to longevity in non-Hispanic Black men and women, and you got to be at least 85 years or older. And you have to have lived in the Huntsville area, right?
Yes.
At least 3 years to be a part of this research. So tell us, first of all, Dr. Boutrin. Tell me again, how do I say it again?
Boutrin.
Boutrin. Boutrin. I'm trying to get my French on. Okay, Boutrin. All right. So tell us why this research is so important.
So the research, well, good morning, everyone. The research is very important because we are living in Alabama, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alabama is in the South, and public health statistics have shown that there are great disparities when it comes to health between the non-Hispanic Blacks and the other ethnicities. It is very important to actually understand what's going on. And it seems like, nobody is really understanding what's happening in detail to the non-Hispanic Blacks, in this region.
So are they living longer or they're not living longer?
So on average,
in this area,
they're supposed to live less. I mean, not as long as it's expected.
Okay.
Because we have a lot more health disparities, chronic diseases, longevity as well. It's not supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But we have noticed that we have a pocket of seniors that actually go against these expectations.
Wow.
So they live longer. So now we're trying to find out, okay, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously something is happening, and we're trying to understand what is contributing to this pocket of seniors that are actually living longer than the expected number of years that we would see, according to the health disparities.
So this is making me think about the blue zones. Are we trying to figure out if we are a blue zone?
Kind of, yes.
Okay. And most people know about it because there was a special on Netflix recently.
That's right.
That talked about the blue zones, and I watched. It was very, very good. I already knew about it, but we know that in Loma Linda, California, that's a blue zone. And so you're finding that there may be some trends here that may indicate that could possibly be.
Maybe I don't want to,
I know,
go ahead
yeah.
of myself. No, it is just a hypothesis.
Okay.
So we're trying to see. Okay, we have noticed that some people, I was talking to some people this week, and I heard about people that are living beyond 100 years old here.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And they're Black.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, what is going on? Because you're not supposed to live that long, because you're supposed to have chronic diseases. You're supposed to have cardiovascular diseases, blood pressure, high blood pressure, cholesterol, obesity, cancer. These are the actual, top chronic diseases that affect the non-Hispanic blacks in this region.
Wow.
But they're
wow.
still here. And even yesterday, I spoke to an older lady,
Mhm.
and she experienced a little bit of these kind of chronic diseases, but she's still here and she's vibrant.
Mhm.
So I don't know whether they have these diseases, but they have a way to bounce back,
Okay.
or whether there is something that is going on, and we are trying to find what that is.
Wow. So explain again, to help us understand, why are you specifically focusing on non-Hispanic Black men and women and not the entire population?
Because that is the ethnic group where we see like the highest health disparities.
Okay. Because
Yes.
of their disparities,
That's right.
you're going to focus on non-Hispanic Black men and women,
That's-
85
Mhm.
and above. And those disparities, you had named a few of them.
Mhm.
Does it really? Let's get Dr. Peterson in here, and let's talk about why these disparities are existing right now.
Yeah, well, as a dietitian, in the many years that I have worked in the field, we're finding out that diet and eating patterns make a gives a great contribution to a person's well-being. So if we're not eating well, if we're in the fast food lane, you know, we're going to end up with a lot of different issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's very hard sometimes. One of the things that we're trying to improve is eat more fruits and vegetables,
Mhm.
and that's not always easy for many. So we're finding out that those the discrepancy comes in our population where we're in a food desert. We're not in areas where you can easily get these healthy foods, and so we have to survive. So we eat what's around us,
Mhm.
and in doing so, if it's a lot of high fat, high sodium, and high sugar foods, we end up with these these different. They call them lifestyle diseases. That's
Yeah.
the key word, lifestyle.
Mhm.
So, have you all interviewed any participants yet?
I have.
And are you finding that those that you've talked to so far for the research are eating healthy?
They are, for the most part.
Okay.
They are.
Say more about that, Dr. Peterson.
Yes.
What are you finding?
So what we're finding is that and it's also true history of some of the individuals who we have a number of nonagenarians, and in checking with them, they definitely are eating. They're more healthier.
Mhm.
They exercise,
Mhm.
something that a lot of people may not do, and they spend more time with family and friends, and so it's more than one issue, but we know that diet plays a big factor, since that's what keeps us going, and the
So-
energy that we need.
So they may be eating healthier, but that doesn't prevent them, or that doesn't restrict them from having, well, that's not the right word either, but they still have comorbidities, right? Even though they're living longer, they still have comorbidities, but they're eating healthy. Is that?
Some of them may, some
yes.
of them not. So like it depends. What I have noticed so far is that they tend to eat healthy. They practice physical activity better than I do,
Okay.
which is a lesson to myself. And they are connected socially. So far, what I have observed gathering the data is that the main factors that have already been outlined in previous studies in Loma Linda, in Europe and so forth, we find similar kind of trends. But it's the very beginning. I'm not even done 10% of the expected population that we are trying to
Wow.
interview. But so far, this is what I have noticed. And I've noticed also that the mental health
Mhm.
is very positive.
Mm.
Extremely positive, and it seems like spirituality has a lot to play with it as well. So I'm really astonished by how positive they are. There's still some of them, they might have aches or pains or have gone through different things in their lives, but they say that the positive far outweighs the
Wow.
negative.
Wow, that's amazing. And then we're talking about the Tennessee Valley area.
Yes, right here.
Yes.
Wow. So of these, this pocket that you're already researching, what's that number look like? I know you can't like give us, true numbers because you're right in the middle of the research. But
Beginning.
what is it kind of shaping up to be, like a large number of people here? And I'm just talking about numbers, not percentages, because yeah. So I mean, what does it look like as far as people 85 and above who are kind of in this category?
So, according to the public health statistics in this region, no, it's about 18% of the population are seniors. I mean, seniors 85 years old and older.
Oh, wow.
I do that at this stage. I do not think that we have the financial resources to interview all those people,
Mm-hmm.
unless somebody listens and want to donate to the project. We will gladly receive that.
Yes, that's right.
But at this point, we are targeting, about, hundreds,
Wow.
350. This is what we
Wow.
have funding for so far.
Okay.
If we
So
get
350 can
donation,
be a part of this project.
yes,
Okay.
yes. If we,
Wow. Wow. Okay. So let's talk about how we can participate. We've already said that you got to be at least 85 and
Yes.
above.
Mhm.
What other things are you looking for somebody who might be listening right now and saying, oh, I think I want to be a part of that? What is the other criteria for participation?
They have to be having lived in Huntsville for at least the past 3 years, and also be cognitively intact, which means that they should have the ability to remember information. Because the questionnaire, so we administer a survey through a
Okay.
questionnaire. The tool is a questionnaire, and basically, if somebody doesn't have the ability to remember,
Okay.
then they wouldn't be able to give the correct information.
Oh,
And that
wow.
would incorporate a bias.
So you're talking if they have dementia or Alzheimer's or just
Mhm.
in general can't remember.
Mhm.
And are you talking about remembering immediate things or past and years ago information?
So we do a little screening test before, and it's mainly based on recall, like immediate recall. Like I'm saying something to you,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just remember what I just said.
Oh.
But it's a very brief, but it's to make sure that the study is fit to the participants.
Okay.
We want, yes.
So what are you going to come out with? What are you hoping that will be the result of this research?
Well, I think that the benefits of this research is to really help us understand the correlation of the I would say the population or the community that we are living in, and some of the reasons why they're living longer. Because if you understand, why you're living longer, you want to continue that experience. And some people don't even know why. They said, I don't know why I'm living this long.
Right,
But I
right.
think some of the benefits that will come out of this study is going to give us some answers to that question.
And I'm smiling because I hear my dad saying that all the time. Why am I here? He is 92 years old, and he has a lot of comorbidities.
Mhm.
But he is fighting, and it's like, and he said that he's like, why am I here? He has eaten, very pretty healthy all of his life. But so that's important though. So that's so this research is really going to give us some information about our community, our population. So what do people need to do to be a part of it? How can they be a part of it? What should they do?
So if they can contact us, that would be very useful. We have given some flyers to different churches, but we're still in the process of advertising. There is a phone number that they can call.
Okay.
It's 256-326-5243.
Okay.
I'm going to say it again, 256-326-5243. And there's also an email address. And Dr. Joy, would you like to?
Oh, you have it. All right. So the email address is Black Study Project, all one word, all capital letters, at gmail.com.
Okay.
Black Study Project at gmail.com.
And you're going to be coming to, and how are they going to be able to participate? Is it in person? Tell us about those different options.
So we are mindful that we are dealing with seniors. So we are open to coming to their home and administer the survey at whenever they're available. Or we can meet at Oakwood University or any other place, any other location that is safe and that they feel that they're comfortable being interviewed.
And how long is this going to take? And is it more than one visit that that they'll have to commit to?
So usually it's one visit. It's done in one visit. I think that within an hour, from beginning to end, we should be good. So at this stage of the study, this is what we are doing. Now, depending on the findings, we might contact people and have some kind of follow-up study, but we're not there yet. We're just trying to to get this part done.
All right, we have someone on Facebook who is saying that they are a physician in Athens, Alabama, which is right down the street. And they have some patients who meet the criteria. So she's saying patients. So I'm assuming that her question is, how can she get all of her patients to participate in this?
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you for reaching out.
Yeah.
Yes, we would. We could get in contact with a person and then give a flyer, or even organize. Maybe we can come out to a practice and then interview people if that's an option that is available.
So you can do groups. So she can maybe get her
Yes.
patients together. Or you can do groups at a
Groups,
time.
yeah.
And then individually administer the survey.
Wow,
Yes.
wow, that's
Yes.
great.
They will
Yes.
need general information and so how to participate.
Now you said you have seats for at least 300 or just 300 participants.
350.
350. So how
350.
many seats do you have available now to fill?
About 340.
So you, I mean,
we just started.
because you're just starting.
We
Yes.
just started this week.
Yeah, the
Okay.
duration, I think we go all the way through September.
Yes.
Through September.
Yes.
So you're just
The whole
starting,
summer.
and we're kind of kicking this off
Yeah.
for you to
Yeah.
get it
That's
started.
Mhm.
And so you've got until September to interview at least 350 participants.
Mhm. Yes.
All right, this sounds really, really good. If you all have any more questions, y'all can come to us on Facebook or YouTube and post your question, and we'll try to share those with the doctors here. What are the potential benefits of the community in general if we come back with some really good information? What does that mean for us?
So we have a real interest into disseminating the findings. Once we find out and we do all the data analysis and things like that, we want to publish and then bring awareness, educate, the clinical body work, tell doctors, okay, this is what contributes to Black health. This is how we can get our Black people age well.
Yeah.
Not only age well, but also be healthy all the time. If you don't have, all those chronic diseases, that is going to decrease the budget for healthcare, like the entire country.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because in the States we spend a lot of money on drugs. Treating chronic diseases. Chronic means that it's going to stay here. So if we can, treat those, reduce the prevalence of chronic diseases, we can reduce the cost in healthcare. We can improve life in general, not just for the non-Hispanic Blacks, but any other ethnicities that might benefit from that.
Wow, this is great information. Yes.
And also wanted to share that it can be a legacy for our younger
That's
populations
right.
coming along.
Yes,
This is what has
absolutely.
worked, so let me follow that road.
That's right.
Continued good health, yes.
Dr. Boutrin, would you go ahead and share with our audience as we get ready to close and let them know what they can do if they're listening right now, they want to be a part of this. What do they need to do and how can they get in contact with you?
Okay, so the first thing you need to know is take your phone and dial 256-326-5243 and basically give me your name or contact details. If I cannot answer, at least leave a voicemail, but talk to me or you can leave your contact details on the at the email address as well, blackstudyproject@gmail.com. And just give me your name, your contact details. Somebody will come back to you and we will hear from you. We want to hear from everybody
Yes.
in Huntsville and the Huntsville neighboring areas. We go as far as
that's a good
25
question.
miles
Yes,
outside
of Huntsville.
Yes.
So it's not just Huntsville, it's kind of in
No.
the Tennessee Valley.
That's
so
right.
people in Athens, like we had someone on, and Hope, what is not Hope, but Tony and
Tony
Yes.
Gurley and all that.
Harvest and,
Yes.
how far out will you go though? You said 25 miles?
I will go 25 miles. I will drive.
25-mile
Yes.
radius. Okay.
Yes.
All righty. All right. Anything else we want to share with our audience before I let you go?
Participants can also get a compensation for their
Oh,
time.
Yes.
no, that's very
Yes.
important. Okay. Tell us about that. Just a little bit more
Yes.
information.
Yes. So when they complete the questionnaire, they get a compensation.
Wow.
Right
Okay.
on the spot.
On
right
the
on the
spot.
spot, cash.
Cash, not a credit card, not a
credit
little
card,
gift
not a
card.
gift card, but you lose $5 because you're trying to register using it.
Yeah.
No, you get cash.
You get cash. All right now. Okay. Anything else, doctors, that we want to share? We got every hit
That's
on
it.
everything.
Yes.
Well, thank you
That's
so
it.
much for being with us for our breakfast chat here on Worship Wednesday for Morning Joy. We've enjoyed talking with you about the research, and this is going to be coming out well, it won't be coming out in September. You'll be ending in September. And
ending.
then after sometime in 2025, you'll probably be publishing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sounds great. We'll be looking for that information. And listen, you can continue listening to WJOU because we'll be sharing the number to contact them if you're interested in participating in this research study. Thank you so much, doctors, for being with me today for our
Thank you.
breakfast chat on
Thank you.
Morning Joy.
Great, thanks. Thank you.
You gave a heavenly breath and now it's air in our chest. That's why we're singing it back to you. For every battle you've won, for everything that you've done, and everything that you